Why do you think that scaling and dependency on the certain people are the key factors which are, you know, you can say a roadblock for all these business owners, and they are not able to live a fulfilled life because of that? And you touched upon two things with respect to scaling up the business, and second about dependency. So why dependency is a problem? Because many a time it happens that the business owner feel that they should be aware about what is happening.
Are working shoulder to shoulder with each other. The moment you join tab and start working as in an advisory board, the first thing that goes off your shoulders is that you don't no longer have that feeling you are working alone, you're struggling alone.
Now, can you tell what can be the maybe two or three possible solutions? What I think the businesses should start looking into it, which can help them. Hi, friends. My name is Bhavya Mangla, and back again on the 46th episode of Unfiltered Conversation. We started this series with the objective of calling the people from industry who are doing really well and to understand that what they are doing, how they are doing it, and how, as an audience, we can get benefited from that. These days when we talk about industry, when we talk about business, the main important thing is that how we can earn the profit. But somewhere in that line, we forget that apart from earning the profit, we also need to see that how we can lead a good and purposeful life. So the idea should be to earn good money through business, but also to live an enriching life. Today, I have a very interesting guest who is going to help us to understand that what are the key challenges that the businesses are facing at this time, and why it is important to overcome all those challenges what they are facing, and what can the benefit they can get, which is not only with respect to improving their bottom line, but also with respect to improving their personal life, having a much more better relationship in their family, and to do everything with a purpose. So today I have a very interesting guest, Mr. Rajesh Madan. He has more than 33 years of experience. He started his career through branding, wherein he dealt with some of the key brands like Tata Tea, Air India, and many other brands. For the last couple of years, he's associated with the organization called the Alternative Board, and he's handling the daily business about it. The main objective is how to understand the challenges of the businesses, and to help them to understand their true potential and to develop. So, Rajesh, hi, how are you doing?
Good. Thank you so much for having me here, Bhavya. This is a real privilege and honor to be here. Really happy to be here.
So, Rajesh, as we were talking earlier, also that companies are doing very good. If we talk about especially the family-run businesses, maybe they are running for the business for the last 30, 40, 50 years. There's a second generation, there's a third generation. There's a decent amount of profit what they are earning, but still the businesses are not growing to that potential what it should. And also when they are doing business, it is less of a business and more of a job where they are working 12 hours, 14 hours, 15 hours. So in a way they may be earning a lot, but actually they are not enjoying the life. So what's your perspective about that?
Yeah. So it's very interesting that many times we uh, don't really and make the distinction between a business and a job. Okay, we think that we have built a business, but in reality, we've just built another job for ourselves. The way we get tied up with it and work through it, like you said, 12 to 14 hours. There is no time left for family or for yourself or for whatever you want to do with life. And that, I think, is the real tragedy. Like Tony Robbins says, that there is no bigger tragedy than being successful but leading a really terrible life. That's the biggest tragedy. So that's the big insight that we work on at the alternative board. We Our end objective is to enhance the life of business owners. The business is just a tool, it's just an engine to achieve that enhanced life. We are very clear on that, that's the purpose, that's the mission that our members, our business owner members work with, that they are aligned with
Mhm.
that. It is about enhancement of life. And if business is the way to do it, great, we'll do it. If in some cases it is that they need to exit the business,
Mhm.
if that is the only way to lead, to help them lead an enhanced life, so be it. But the end purpose is to lead an enhanced life, to lead an enriched life, to lead a life where you can, while you are living it, you enjoy every moment of it.
Mhm. 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 So you talked about enhancing your life and to live a fulfilling life. So what are the challenges which the businesses face, and because of that, they are not able to enjoy their life?
See, one of the biggest challenges that businesses face is that they are not able to scale up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then the dependency on the owner, that does not go down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and underneath there are a lot of other factors which are at play over here. Okay, for example, one of the reasons why they are not able to scale could be that they are not able to retain talent. For example, just to
Mm-hmm.
give you an example, that
Yeah.
they are not able to retain talent and uh, retain or even attract talent, for that matter. In many of the cases of the members of the alternative board, when we have scratched the surface, when we have gone deep down into it, what is the reason why they are not able to attract or retain talent, it turned out that the main reason is either a lack of culture or the wrong culture in the organization,
Mm-hmm.
right? Similarly, another reason why they may not be able to scale up is because they are, you know they are not getting enough margins from their customers. It's they are working in a cutthroat environment. They are not getting enough margins. They are, in many cases it could even be, delayed payments. You must have also come across many such cases, uh, where these guys are working with like 120 days, 180 days delayed payments. So again, that is merely a symptom. When you dig deep, in some cases, it comes out that it is actually because that business owner has not invested in a brand, in branding their services or their product. The- with the result that they're not created any differentiation, so to speak of. And obviously, when there is no differentiation, their customers will treat them as commodity, and that's the price that they're going to get as a commodity. So yes, scaling and dependency on the owner are the main thing, but under that there are lots of other things which are at play.
And why do you think that scaling and dependency on the certain people are the key factors which are, you know, you can say a roadblock for all these business owners, and they are not able to live a fulfilled life because of that?
See, unless and until you are able to scale, yeah, unless and until you are able to reduce dependency on yourself, how would you free up your own time?
Mm-hmm.
What happens, unfortunately and tragically, is the more successful that you become in your business, the more busy that you become, right?
Mm-hmm.
You must have come across many such cases.
Yeah.
So it is not a business then. You've just not only built yourself a job instead of a business, you built yourself a trap. Unless and until your success as a business owner leads to you freeing up your own time, what's the point? Now, when you free up the time, you could do two things. Number one, you could work on your business strategically rather than being involved in a daily firefighting. Plus, you could also, spend time with family. I'll give you an example.
Yep.
There's a client of ours who is a member of the alternative board. He is in the loans business. He does these very tricky loans, which the banks won't touch. But because of the trust factor that he has with banks, and his ability to vet those, they you know they clear the loans that are coming through him. Extremely reputed and highly respected guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I uh, pursued him for a membership at the alternative board, and he kept on delaying taking a membership, saying that he does not have time for a commitment like this. And I kept telling him that this is exactly the challenge that we are going to solve for you. Finally, it after 6 months of you know trying to convince him, he turned around.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he took a membership. He used to do a monthly loan disbursal of around 20-25 cr. Okay, in and it never went above that.
Mm-hmm.
In Feb this year, he did a loan disbursal of 45 cr, and in March this year, he did a loan disbursal of almost 60 cr. And in April, which is normally a lean month for their business, even in that, he touched almost 40 cr. Okay, and he did that while also taking out time for a vacation with his family, which he had not done for a long time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now, he used to have a job before. Now he has a business.
Mm-hmm. 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 Wonderful.
That's how important
Wonderful.
it is. Yeah.
And you touched upon two things with respect to scaling up the business, and second about dependency. So why dependency is a problem? Because many a time it happens that the business owner feel that they should be aware about what is happening. Because many a time it has happened that maybe people have fooled them, people have cheated, and so many things have happened. So that's why they don't trust people, and that's why they try to be everywhere. So what to do with respect to that?
There are two things that can be done. Number one, you can groom the next line of leadership. You can create your clones. Okay, people who align with your values, and who are as passionate about your business as you are.
Mm-hmm.
And equally importantly, perhaps more importantly, run a systems driven business
Mm-hmm.
where everything runs as per the norms, and your involvement comes only when there's something which mm, mm, something unforeseen happens, for example.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, things should work smoothly without you. At best, you should, spend maybe a day, half a day at your business. Okay. Otherwise, you should be working either on your business, thinking of ways of growing and expanding your business, or living your life.
Mhm.
Mm.
And you also talked about scaling up the business. Why scaling up the business is important? Means what benefit? Because there can be a possibility that somebody may think that, okay, say I'm at 20 CR or 30, 40 or 100 CR, that is enough for me. Why should I move further and what benefit I will get out of it? Because the more is the top line, the more is the challenges and the more will be the expansion.
You've answered your own question, because if growing and scaling up means more challenges, then what did I say? Then you have not built yourself a business. You've just built yourself a job.
Mhm, mhm, mhm,
But what if I present to you an option where growing and scaling up actually brings down these issues, right? And that's what we work towards at TAP.
and can you give any example or maybe any experience that how you help in an organization wherein they were at a certain level, now they are at this particular level in terms of their top line, but still they have more time and they have more flexibility?
Hmm. Okay. Lots of examples, Bhavya. In fact, right now I'm handling 20 odd clients at TAP, and we have a team of other coaches as well. Now, most of the clients now are have over 1 year, have been with us for over 1 year. And let me tell you something which I'm stating emphatically over here. Each
Yeah.
one of them has multiple success stories. Each one of them is a case study for us. I'll give you an example. There's a client that we have who's into um, banquet halls, luxury banquet halls, and they are also coming up with a hotel near the airport. And this client, the first challenge that he put up at his first advisory board meeting is that how do I position myself as a thought leader? Okay. Another challenge that he put up, which was in the second meeting, was that my banquet halls are full in the evenings. I have very little room to grow over there, but it pains me to see that they are almost empty rest of the day, and it's such an expensive property.
Mhm,
I see a potential to grow that way, to fill up my day slots. But how do I do that? No other banquet hall has been able to do it. With the help of the advisory board and the coaching, he was able to see a solution to both. Okay. He took his business to another level. And
mhm.
right now, he has completely flipped the game. He's working on what he calls Mission 4040.
Okay.
And what is he's a 35-year-old gentleman, and he says by the time I'm 40, I want to have 40 such banquet halls across India. And within the last 5 months, he's already opened seven. Yeah. So he's gone from trying to tackle challenges to aggressively now pursuing a grand vision, and he's doing it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Then
Now, one,
sure, please.
please continue.
No, similarly, like I said, every client who's been with us for over 6 months, 8 months, they have such success stories under their belt.
Now, one another aspect with respect to any business growth is that business should also be sustainable. It's not
Hmm.
that we just started doing it and after a while, we don't know what it will go. So, why sustainable business is equally important apart from just scaling up and not having dependency on people?
Can you please elaborate on what you mean by sustainable?
When I say sustainable, it means that whatever we are doing as of now means it's not that maybe for a couple of years it will go up and after that it will crash down. That is one way of seeing its sustainability. Second thing is we are doing something today without looking into the future, and
Hmm.
maybe everything will go good today, but maybe in future it will have more side effects. Like say for example, we are talking with respect to the fossil fuel. I'm just giving a different example. So
Hmm.
we may consume it as much as possible, but we also need to see with respect to the next generation that what we are leaving for them.
Yeah. So that's a very macroeconomic kind of an issue that you have touched upon over here, and sustainability is, yes, you're right. It's it's seen from the point of view of the ecology rather than the economy, and it is all about making choices of in your business which are ecologically sound choices.
Mhm,
And I see that more and more there are these business owners who are um aware of these aspects, and they very consciously they choose a, the ecologically better uh, you know uh,
mhm,
choices. For example, we have a client who happens to be one of the largest commercial EV manufacturers in the country, and I love the way they recycle their plastic.
mhm,
And let me tell you, it is not just ecological sense. Now, they make money out of it,
mhm.
so it is a win-win for their bottom line, and at the same time the planet. It is a win-win for both.
Yeah,
And yeah, that's the ultimate sweet spot for sustainability.
true, true, true. And one more thing, like when we're talking about business, we're talking about that why we must scale up, why we must try to see the dependency is so that we can enhance the life. When you say enhance the life, what does it mean?
Enhance the life. See, like I said, most business owners, they build what they think is a business and then get stuck in it.
Mm-hmm,
They don't have a minute of free time. They reach office and they cannot figure out how that 10 a.m. becomes 12 midnight before they sort of somehow trudge out of it and reach home again to come back at 10 a.m. Again the next day. So I have seen such business owners. They have large factories or large trading operations, but
mm-hmm,
uh, if you even an outsider can make out. You don't even need to ask them. Even an outsider can make out that they're not really living any life.
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
because
that's
it's
true.
not a
That's true.
business. It's not a business that they have created. They have somehow they started off by with this aim of building a business, but that this is definitely not a business.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It's a
So,
trap where they are not able to figure out how to come out of it, and that's where we
mhm,
come into the picture. That's where coaching and advisory board services they come into the picture. That's where our our tools come into the picture. There is for every member who joins us, we also give them some extremely powerful and proprietary tools,
Mm-hmm.
which the coach helps them implement. I'll give you an example. One of the tools that we have is
Yeah.
called a business diagnostic tool. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
a business diagnostic tool. What it does is it's the easiest way for me to explain it is it is like an MRI for your business. It has multiple
Mm-hmm.
choice questions on all aspects of your business, and you take about maybe 90 minutes or 2 hours filling up that very exhaustive questionnaire, and at the end of it, voila, you have um, you have a matrix in front of you where it shows you in black and white what are the other, according to your priorities, and what is the actual performance for those top priorities. It will also benchmark you against your competition, and it will also give you all the list of things that you need to do to improve your score. Many
Mm-hmm.
of
Mm-hmm.
the questions over there, I must tell you this, they are not even in the consciousness of business owners. They are, there are things that there are things that you don't know. You know, this works. This here there are some questions which work in the domain of things that you don't know,
True.
which are important.
Yeah.
And the moment you start working on those things, you see things start getting transformed at your business and in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So we talked primarily about the challenges that the businesses are facing. Then we also talked about why it is important. Now, can you tell what can be the maybe two or three possible solutions? What I think the businesses should start looking into it, which can help them to enjoy their business, to scale up their business, and also to enjoy the life too.
One is definitely, I would strongly urge them to go for a good one-on-one coach. And when I say coach, this is not a trainer that I'm talking about. Someone
Mm-hmm.
who sits with them regularly, gives them clarity, helps them get clarity, not gives them clarity, but helps them get clarity on their challenges and helps them see the solutions, acts as their thinking partner, and at the same time holds them accountable.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that definitely every business owner should have. And thankfully, most business owners now, they are already aware of the importance of this.
Okay.
Yeah, and if possible, they should also, you know come on board an advisory board,
Mm-hmm.
peer advisory board, and we are one of the very rare companies who offer this kind of a service. Just
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
imagine, collectively you have 6 to 8 business owners at almost the same turnover level. They are working shoulder to shoulder with each other. The moment you join tab and start working as in an advisory board, the first thing that goes off your shoulders is that you don't no longer have that feeling you are working alone, you're struggling alone. You
Mm-hmm.
have so many other brains working with you, and together you are working for each other's success. Together you're creating solutions for each other, together you're holding each other accountable. So these are some really simple things to do. Have a coach, become part of a peer advisory board, Yeah, and and the third thing that I said, get get some really powerful tools to work for you. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. Rajesh, thank you very much, I think, for this insightful discussion. We talked about the problems, we talked about why these problems are important to understand and to take action on that. And then in the last, we talk about the three possible solutions with respect to coaching, with respect to being a part of a peer group, and also to analyze and see that what can be the tools they can use so that they can understand and dissect that what the problem is, and why it is not helping them to scale up, why it is eating up their time, and in spite of having a good business and earning money, they are not enjoying the life. So what they can do with respect to that. Thank you very much, Rajesh. Thank you. Thanks
It
a
was a
lot.
pleasure, Bhavya. I really enjoyed this. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.